Welcome back.
Welcome back
to the NDK podcast.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us tonight.
Thank you.
NDK After Dark, I guess. Well,
close to dark.
Well, close to dark because it's so amazing that it's not getting dark as early at all.
Yeah.
Like when I get home from my part-time job, there's still light out and I can sit out on the patio and just catch the last little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been pretty sweet.
It's not bad.
Even though it's been fucking cold and rainy.
Yeah.
Which I'm not complaining.
Yeah, we'll be sweating soon.
I hate rain, but because this, which we've talked about, the smell of worms just makes me fucking ill.
Yeah.
It's been a couple rough mornings. But anyway, it is nice to have the warmer temperatures to sit out on the patio to just enjoy the outside before it gets like fucking hot as balls. And the air is still really nice and clean.
Yes.
It's not like all
muggy and
fucking disgusting. Oh.
It's coming.
It is coming.
It's coming.
All right.
Speaking of sitting outside, I hear you're, where you're living is getting fresh siding.
Yeah, getting fresh siding.
Wow, you're fancy now.
Yeah, word travels fast.
Does it?
Well, as soon as anyone sees any sort of scaffolding, what are they doing?
What's going on over there? This is
what are they doing to their house?
We all know what's up. Yeah.
Oh, did you see that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Can't miss a beat.
No. Or like more likely, this is a busy street and there's a lot of these work trucks in the way.
Oh, yeah.
And there's only parking on one side at my street, too.
Yeah. Oh, you can't park there.
Yeah. Oh, watch them.
That loser.
Yeah.
She put more garbage in my fucking garbage.
She did.
Yeah. Last week, I look outside and it's overflowing. Now, I'm the type of nice guy who, was taught how to recycle and put recycling out and all your garbage sorted out and shit. So my garbage is garbage, cardboard, all the other shit. Dog shit, it's all out there.
Yeah.
But like it's all separate. I'm responsible. I put a lid on my can. I tie my bags. It's like these garbage guys,
Do you bundle your cardboard or is it loose?
It's in its own like recycling bin.
I know, but like still, do you still bundle it or is it just loose? No, I don't
bundle it. It's loose, but it's flattened at least.
Okay.
Yeah, it's taken care of.
No, I'm a bundler.
Yeah?
Yep.
Well, hey, you should come and live over here where you can do your best to not look like a knob and then wake up in the morning right before the garbage guy comes and you got shit overflowing, just all fucking stuffed in, just bags stuffed on top of my shit. It's like,
and
you fucking dumb bitch. Like, fucking leave my shit alone.
The other thing is that we know that she goes to other neighbors.
Yep.
So why couldn't you just bless your trash can with a little bit and then bless your neighbor with a little bit of, spread her garbage joy all through the neighborhood instead of just bestowing all of her garbage joy onto you.
Because she's got brain damage.
Clearly.
Yes.
Yes, clearly. Yes. Well, I mean, aside from the obvious.
Right?
Yeah, aside from the obvious.
So yeah, there'll be more stories about this neighbor of mine. This isn't going to go away.
No, and especially because she's older and she's just going to keep getting older.
And get worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if she's got stuff going on, which...
Clearly.
Stuff's
going on.
Clearly. Yes.
All right, enough of this chick. We talk about her enough.
Yeah. She's getting no more screen time from us.
No more screen time, well, and this is awesome, but also... Fuck you and leave my garbage alone.
Yeah.
But she's not going to hear this. I can guarantee it.
Can you imagine?
She knocks on my fucking door to talk about my podcast. Oh my God.
How do you know I was talking about you?
Yeah. Exactly.
Then you'll have to admit you fucking dump your garbage on my garbage.
That's right, Dana.
You'll have to admit that you're doing this shit.
Fucking right.
Yeah. And while we're at it, while you're in front of me, the fuck was the deal with your friend there parking on the non-parking part of our street?
Right.
People live here.
Yeah, this isn't a parking lot.
This isn't a parking lot.
Fuck.
Exactly. Oh my God.
I need you to be here if she ever shows up for that. Fuck.
Oh man. Can't wait. And I'll need to know her first name prior to.
Oh,
or
yeah.
like.
You want to first name that chick for sure.
Oh yeah. That's Brenda.
Yeah.
10-4, got this.
Got it.
All right, listen here, Brenda.
Exactly.
You want to chat? So do I.
Yeah. Yeah, you got time to talk? I know you do.
Yeah. I got some problems with you. Going full Costanza on your ass, bitch.
Fuck yeah, I would love that. That'd be awesome.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into it.
What's going on?
Well, yeah, what's going on? Because this podcast has a theme for tonight.
Sure does.
Mm-hmm. We are going to talk about Slam-Demonium.
Yeah, we're going to talk about wrestling.
Yeah, we are. And your debut in the ring.
It happened.
It did.
Yeah, last Saturday.
Yeah, it did.
That was a good time.
Everyone in this room was there.
We were there.
Yeah, we were there.
There's a lot of people there.
Got the shirt.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, there was a lot of people there.
There was a lot of people.
It was really cool. It was definitely one of the coolest weekends of my life for sure.
Yeah.
Like, how do you top that, right?
I don't know, because this is like a big dream for you.
Yeah,
like,
it is, right?
Yeah.
You grow up and you're watching that shit on TV thinking, oh, that'd be cool to do it. That'd be cool to do it. And you think, I'll never fucking do that. And I thought that for a long time. Like, I didn't start doing it until I was 38. I had no business starting it, but here I am.
Well, no, that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's more than a lot of other people can say.
Fucking right. I saw like a show last year and like I had seen shows on TV before from like the people I wrestle with and like local independent shows. And I would be drinking at night, watching it with my brother. I was thinking, yeah, that'd be so cool to like go to that dive bar and do that, or go to that and do that. And then we went to Ethel's 30th last year and they were wrestling there. And like we had both just been to the school for his 30th birthday celebration. We booked a party there and we were doing that. And that was tons of fun. Like, I remember how much fun that was. And then we saw the show at Ethel's, which is one of our favorite bars, if not my favorite bar. Like,
exactly.
I'd say it's my favorite bar. I can't speak for everybody, but
shout out to you, Glenn.
Yeah, Ethel's Lounge. I love that bar.
Yeah.
So I was there.
You too, Jane.
Yeah, checking out the show, and just like we walked away from that thinking like, fuck, we got to be here next year, right?
Yeah.
Just like talking shit because you were drunk and like have never started wrestling before.
We got to do this,
right?
Yeah, like we're doing this,
right? Like the classic.
We're starting tomorrow. We're starting that band, man.
That was exactly it.
We have all been there. We're doing it.
But then we did.
Yeah, then you did.
So yeah, it took work to get there, and like
for sure,
a lot of things had to line up, and we got pretty lucky to be on this show. This show was huge. We had no business debuting in front of a crowd that big and a show that big. Like, we were lucky that this happened. So cool, right?
No, that's amazing.
Yeah, I always thought we'd be debuting in front of like 10 people at a Legion,
At the Legion.
And I was stoked for that,
In like some town up way.
That's how it usually goes.
Or Bruce.
That's the classic debut, you know what I mean? Or
I
like in my buddy's backyard in front of 10 people, like
for some guy's birthday party.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So
wrestling for chicken or something.
So it was a wild, like, long shot dream that
manifested.
It was fucking bigger than I ever thought it would be for my first, right? So I'd imagine you have questions. Because you don't go to wrestling shows.
I don't.
And you were there to support me.
I was, for sure.
That's awesome. So it was like fucking like 100 other people too.
I was going to say, and so was half the arena.
Yeah, maybe not that much, but there was a good chunk.
You guys dominated at the very least a quarter of the audience.
Seemed like there was a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't count.
Everybody had a Falcon shirt on.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
For the Falcon Brothers debut.
And I speak for myself and my brother. We both really appreciate that support. Like, that was so cool. And that was another thing. It's like kind of fucked to say, but we were lucky that we were on a show that large.
Yeah.
That we could have everybody there. Any one of my friends or family or whoever could have been there. There's no excuse. You get in. Like, there's so many tickets for sale, right? Whereas like a small bar.
Yep.
If it was like an 80-person bar, well, not everyone would have got in that night. You know what I mean?
For sure not.
So we were lucky in being able to have everybody there.
Yeah.
Fucking insane.
Yeah, it was. No, it was. You guys had an amazing turnout. And like, we all carpooled together, like the majority of the people who came there to support you guys. Well, I guess you should say, if the audience doesn't know, like, who you guys are.
Oh, we're the Falcon Brothers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Falcon Brothers, read that right there. You'll see that logo around. I am Sean Falcon, and my brother is Lee Falcon, and you can find us on Instagram. That's where we're going to do all of our posts and stuff.
You sure can.
Yeah, it's like your alter ego spot, you know what I mean? Like if you have an OnlyFans, you have an Instagram because your family and everyone else doesn't see that. So
yeah, exactly.
Only the ones that you want to see it. So
that's your shadow profile.
Yeah, you can find us there.
Except when this one isn't skeezy, so you can find it everywhere publicly.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about seeing anything you don't want to see. That's for sure.
No, for sure. Oh my God. I cannot get over how seeing stuff, speaking of stuff, like seeing what you don't want to see, but in the opposite way. Can't believe how many people, like, so you're on the poster.
Yeah.
For
the next one.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say, and you've got like promo shit and whatever. Everybody kept asking Janine if like your abs were real.
Right?
And they are.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh my God.
They are really CGI'd. Yes. Our low budget wrestling promotion has decided we're going to put money into CGI for the poster for these guys from Elmira. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, those are real.
Yeah, that's all you. Like, no.
A couple months ago, and I was like, they're like, we're doing promo shots tonight. I was like, oh, like I wasn't ready for that at all, but it happened.
I'm not ready.
Yeah, whatever. What was I waiting for?
No, but that just like proves your dedication because before you started wrestling, you did not have abs.
Well, this is true.
Not that like
pretty close anyway, yeah.
Well,
because I had started working out.
They weren't as defined.
Well, I can tell you. I started working out in February.
That's actually true. Sorry. You did like slim a bunch down before you started wrestling.
For sure.
True.
Yeah.
But I just mean like before
abs,
that.
Yeah, that was
abs like
probably around wrestling time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So yeah, no, let's talk more about my abs. Yeah, they're real. That's a real picture. But the poster we're talking about is for June 21st at Ethel's Lounge. Speaking of favorite bar, dream match again. You know what I mean? The odd thing was never in my mind. This one was in my mind. So as awesome as that odd show was, and I'll never forget it, and that was fucking sweet. Yeah. I'm super excited for this one. And it's smaller spot, but this is what we wanted.
Yeah, exactly. This is like what the dream was.
Yeah, come check us out.
Yeah,
June 21st is free admission. Get there early because it is going to be packed. It was packed last year.
It was packed last year. I saw the pictures.
It's going to be packed again. And we're going to make sure we have as many Falcon Brothers shirts in the audience. You know what I mean? So hopefully everyone comes out, has a good time. Again, it'll be fun again. Like,
yeah,
same crew. So if you enjoyed what you saw on Saturday, if you were there, and if you weren't there, come on out. Like, this is another local show. You're going to see us for free admission, just to have some beers, and have a good time.
Yeah, and have a great time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah.
So you've got on the board here.
I do have on the board before the show. Yeah, before the show.
So what happened?
Well, so like you were saying, the wrestling thing, I watched it as a kid in the golden eras, as we all did.
Right.
But like I've been here when you've had it on TV.
Yeah.
And it's not totally my thing.
Yeah.
And so like leading up to going, I was like, I don't know. But like I knew it wasn't going to be, I wasn't thinking I'd have a bad time.
Yeah.
I just had this like panic thought in my brain that we'd be front row and I wouldn't be like front row material. You know what I mean? Like I would not be like hyped enough to be in the front row.
Yeah.
Like the guys that were sitting in front of us were dressed as chickens with abs.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what I mean. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm not that 8-year-old girl.
Guy.
I'm not that dude in the chicken suit. I'm just regular me sitting here.
Yeah.
So, and then I also didn't want to be like the person, I didn't want anybody to look at me and be like, bump on a log over there. God, you're not at a funeral. Holy shit. I didn't know what to expect from me. And my imagination runs wild. So I said to the gals as we were pre-drinking, I was like, okay, you guys, like I need to get psyched. Like, I don't know what's wrong with me, but like I need to get pumped.
Yeah.
And thankfully, Joe and Janine, they pumped me up.
Yeah.
Your wife is one of the best. That's why I love her so much. She is such a hype person for anybody. She is anybody and everybody's like number one cheerleader.
Oh yeah. She'll go hard. Yeah.
Yeah,
especially
she does.
if you get the drinks in her.
Oh, yeah. But no, that's one thing I just absolutely love about her. Like, she's everybody's biggest cheerleader.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like when she came in and started on your table and hyping everyone up.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
But yeah, no, but when we had a good time, like with the girls pre-drinking and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then your uncle came to pick us up in the van.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We went down, but then we got in there and like, the mood was getting electric and everybody was getting hyped. And it was weird, but cool in a cool way to have like all of the wrestlers have their like own booths with their merch and all that stuff like that. So that was really cool.
Yeah.
And it really got hyped up. And like I said, everybody on the Falcon Brothers t-shirt team was so hyped for you guys. And we were so stoked. We're excited. And we had no idea that you were actually that buff. You know what I mean? Sure. You wear a lot of t-shirts.
I do, yeah. I tend to have clothes. All of a sudden, I tend to have clothes on, yeah.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden, you don't have any sleeves on your shirt.
Yeah.
And I was making fun of Janine. I'm like, you're going home to cut all the sleeves off of Nathan's shirts, aren't you?
Every single one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and also it was extra buff because of your spray tan.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that, eh?
Yeah, we're going to talk about that.
Yeah, we should. There's a backstory to that. So
it was a good idea, though.
Hell yeah, it was. It
Yeah.
turned out.
It did.
So I was in my head because I work outside.
Yep.
And always wearing a t-shirt because you have to.
That's what I'm saying.
You're professional, right? So I had the gnarliest farmer's tan of all time. Arms were just tan as fuck. Take the shirt off, the shirt's still on, right? No big deal, right? So I'm thinking, I don't know like what the rules are on like actually wrestling in a shirt. Like I know all time I've watched a lot of wrestling. I can think of like 4 guys that ever just wrestle with shirts on. Mm-hmm. So it's not common. You know what I mean? But it's the indies. I don't fucking know. I want to look good out there for them because it's a big show and like they're putting it on. So I text my, I don't know what to call him. Call him a trainer. I text my trainer and because like I know they don't like coach. I think that's a no-no. You don't say coach.
Okay.
But I'll say he's my trainer. Or they say mentor is used a lot. He knows who he is. It doesn't matter. Jeff, I messaged Jeff and he's like, oh yeah, I used to have that problem back in the day too because he worked outside, right? And he's like, yeah, there's a couple of things you can do. He's like, you could tape your wrists really high so that you cover your tan and then like you're white.
Yeah.
And then he's like, or you could get the rub-on shit. He's like, just get the rub-on shit and get the mitt, right? And you just put it on. And he's like, put it on a couple hours before you go out there and it'll stay on and then it'll melt off in the ring. And I was like, that's kind of nasty for the other people, right? Like, I'm like, I don't know.
What if you fuck it up and get it all streaky?
Well, this is where we get to, right? Okay. So after a little bit of talking with him and I was just kind of laughing with him, like, I never thought that I would ever be talking to another grown man at this age about my fucking tan. But he was like, well, he's like, for sure you would be doing yourself a disservice if you wore a shirt. He's like, most people don't wear shirts. He's like, you'd be better out without the shirt. He's like, so whatever you got to do, I recommend that. I was like, all right, cool. I'll buy the fucking mitt and I'll go for it. And then, so like we got the mitt. We're about to like use said mitt. And I just had this gut feeling. I'm like, this ain't going to work. This is not for me. I was like, so it's last minute as fuck on like a Thursday night. And I'm like, shit, I got to get a tan.
Yeah,
right?
you can't.
So like I fucking phone around and like the closest place that I could find a spot was like fucking Highland Road, which is not close.
No.
So I'm like, well, fuck shower. Let's go get the fuck over there. Bomb over there. So like, that's a whole fucking thing. I don't know if anyone's had a spray tan before, but I'm going to tell you how it goes for a first timer.
Lay it on the
You
listeners.
walk in a fucking door and this chick who's fully tanned is there to help you, right?
Yeah.
She's like, all right, so what's going on? Like, I explained, I was like, all right, I need to like get a tan like ASAP. I am white farmer's tan, bad farmer's tan. Can we work with this? She's like, oh yeah, we can fix that. No problem. I was like,
Even
all right, cool.
Out.
So she's like, yeah, we're going to get you a tan. She's like, do you want this scent? Do you want this additive? Do you want this shit? I was like, give me all the shit. I was like, I don't know shit about fuck. I was like, she's like, all right, so what are we dealing with? Like, do you want to go dark, super dark, or like medium? And she's like, what do you look like under there? So I like pull up my shirt and she's like, okay, medium. She's like, it's like I'm fucking white, right? So she like shoves you in this room. She's like, all right, so you put these things on your feet and there's this cream you put on your hands so your hands don't get tan. And she's like, and put that cream over top of your existing tan to like balance shit out. I was like, all right, whatever. And you step in this fucking car wash essentially. And there's like numbers on the floor. They're like, all right, 1 and 3. And then you turn to 2 and 4 and then 3, you know what I mean? And so on and so on. So you do a full 360, right? And you got to have your arms out like this and you got to like try and get all your spots, right? And holy fuck, I come out of there and I just like, they're like, all right, now wipe off the whatever with your fucking paper towels that aren't there. So I like, I use like a fucking hair net to like fucking like wipe my shit off. And then I go home and I'm just like, the fuck do I do now? Because like you're supposed to dry, right? So I'm just like, I put like a sheet on the couch and I'm just like sitting there fucking ass naked trying to like get this shit to dry because I can't be streaky. Like why go through all of this hassle to look like shit, right? So I'm following all the rules. And like fucking the next day, I'm like fucking, all right, now what do I do? So I phone the chick. I was like, all right, it's been this many hours. It's the next day. Like, am I done baking yet? Can I shower? She's like, yeah, you can shower now and just don't use soap, pat dry, and don't do anything. Like, don't work out for the next like 24 hours or whatever the fuck. I was like, sure, whatever, right? So like that night we had to go and like build the ring and shit, or not build it. We had to like put it in the truck and whatever. We're getting off track anyway, but yeah. Fucking spray tan. So I'm like walking around helping like load the ring. It looks like I've been eating Cheetos like a motherfucker. My hands are just so fucking orange. And I'm like, honestly, like after like the first day, I'm looking in the mirror. I'm like, kind of disappointed. Like,
really?
Yeah, I kind of want it to be like leather. You know what I mean? I'm like, if I'm going for it, like, let's fucking go, right? And I'm kind of disappointed. But then after I slept till the next night, when I woke up Saturday morning, I was brown.
Yeah.
Like it grew. Like
because it needs to
settle in. Keep going, right? Yep. So it came in. It came in hot.
Yeah, the tan came in nice.
It came in, yeah. It's not something I would ever do normally, but this is my first time and yeah, I did it. And it seemed to have been a hit. Everyone's talking about the fucking greasy tan.
Yeah,
right?
they are. Everyone talked about the tan.
You have to go for
Everyone.
It's wrestling, baby. You know what I mean? They all have greasy fucking tans. And that's why I was kind of disappointed to not be like leather tone. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I had something in mind, but maybe next time we'll ask for like.
But Lee didn't get a tan, did he?
Yeah.
He did?
Yeah, if check out the pictures. He's orange like I was.
You seemed way darker.
I let mine bake a little longer.
Oh, okay.
So he went Friday morning and he had showered before Friday evening. So like.
Oh.
I let mine sit overnight.
Yeah, you did. Good.
Yeah, I was hoping for full fucking bake.
Yeah, well, it worked out way better for you.
Yeah, I think so.
Because you looked like you had a tan and he...
Oh, he did too. Because I had seen him before that, right? So he was
His wasn't as noticeable then as yours because everybody's like talking about your tan. I didn't hear anyone talk about Clinton's tan.
All right.
I'm just saying what the crowd was saying.
But yeah, so I was spray tanned up, you know?
Yeah, you were.
Full send on that shit.
You did a full send.
And so hold on, let me check, see what you want to talk about. Okay, so the best part was go through all this, get in my head about my fucking tan, ask for help, go get said tan. Yep. All of this was so that I could fucking take my shirt off in the ring.
Yeah.
Get down to the ring. I'm fucking... Mine's running like a fucking 1,000 miles an hour, right?
Yeah.
I don't hear the crowd. I don't see the crowd. It's fucking tunnel vision. And in my head, I'm like, I need to do this. I need to do that. I got to do this. And I'm just like going through what's happening next.
Oh, okay.
So in my mind, I'm going to expose the shit that I fucked up that day that no one knows, okay? Mm-hmm. First things first.
You didn't take off.
I didn't take off my shirt.
Take off your shirt.
Didn't take off my shirt. So I get in there. And I walked through the ropes. In my mind, I was going in and jumping over the top ropes to get in there after him.
Oh, okay.
Because like that's what I wanted to do. And
yeah,
I was just in my head. I was like, you have this much time. You need to get out there. You need to get in there and do your shit. So I just straight through the ropes, not over them. So there's number one thing no one else knows about but me. So that's a good thing to have, right? And then get in there, start fucking hyping the shit up and like get ready to lock up. And at that point, it would have been a good time to rip the old tarp off. But instead, I just get in there and start going, right? So like
tarp on.
Yeah, tarps are on. So now
we don't have time for tarps off.
So I go
boys.
through all this fucking bullshit for my fucking spray tan so I can take my fucking shirt off. And the one thing that was asked of me and the one thing I didn't do was take my fucking shirt off. And even when I got back into the fucking went back through the curtain after my shit was done.
Yeah.
First thing, maybe not the first thing, but one of the first things I said to the guy, I was like, man, you asked for one thing from me.
Yeah.
And I didn't even fucking do it. And he's like, what's that? Because he forgot too. I was like, I didn't take my fucking shirt off. He's like, oh, fuck. It's just like after all the things I could have worried about and all the things I didn't take my shirt off.
That's all right.
But it's one of those
Next
things.
time.
Nobody there knew that. No one even noticed it. This is a me problem. I'm just exposing my bullshit. But yeah.
Honestly, like I saw that you kept your shirt on, but I just thought it was like a promotional thing. You know what I mean? Like getting it
does look sweet in pictures.
It does look sweet in pictures, and hopefully I think it looks super sweet right here.
Yeah, a friend of mine took a picture of me on the ropes after I had beat my brother, and it looks pretty cool. It's now my display picture. So yeah, I can be a little upset that I didn't take the shirt off, but I do have the pictures now, so fuck it.
Honestly, I know about the picture that you're talking about because Joe and I were laughing because somebody sent that to Janine like shortly after it happened.
Yeah.
And we were totally making fun of her because she just kept staring at it and just watching it even while there was other wrestling going on. And I was like, Joe, you might have to stay at my house tonight. I don't know.
No. Fuck.
Yep. Oh man, she was all up in that pictorial. I took a bunch of fucking pictures and I videoed your whole match.
Sweet.
And I have been ridiculously laxed on getting my shit together on social media.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if you've noticed.
No, but I've seen so many videos of it. Everyone keeps sending them in.
Well, last week's episode, you're wrestling, parents' anniversary. Like, I am slacking all over the place.
Get it together, Dana.
I know. I've been slacking. So anyway, in there, mood was electric.
Yeah, it was hot.
So it was easy to get like hyped up. Yeah. And once I was in there, I was hyped, which was great. And then we stood in the drink line.
Oh, man, yeah.
Yeah, that was rough.
I agree. I was leaving said merch table we were talking about earlier to go and finally get my shit together, get ready for the show. And I walked by that line and I stopped and I said to Clinton and whoever else was with me, I said, that is unacceptable. I was like, that fucking sucks for everybody here because the show is about to start and the line is currently the length of the building.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
what the fuck?
Like, they sold 600 tickets for this.
700 plus, actually.
700 plus. I don't think there were that many people there. And if there was, it didn't feel like it.
Yeah. Well, there's the pictures of like the seats are pretty well full.
Yeah.
But it just doesn't seem because it was an arena. Right?
It doesn't feel like it at all.
Yeah. It's pretty wild, eh?
Yeah. But yeah. So to only have one drink station, that was rough.
That was a fail.
Yeah. And as a non-beer drinker, the options were terrible. They were terrible.
I know.
There was some skinny canned lemonade thing and like a Vizzy of one flavor. And the drinks were $11. And I was like, for $11, I'm getting the big can. I'm not getting a small can.
Yeah,
unless it's like a 12%er.
Right.
Like, what are we talking about here?
I agree.
So I was like, well, shit. So that's literally my only
gripe.
Only gripe. There's something else happened that it was funny at first, but then it started to make me disturbed because I think about it too much, and it's next on the list, so we'll just get into it. One of the matches, the wrestler,
Bad Nanny,
had she was this old lady with this diaper on and whatever, and then she took the diaper off and there was something visibly on her uniform or her whatever you want to I don't want to offend anybody.
Yeah.
Costume, uniform, I don't know.
Yeah.
And I didn't know what it was. We didn't know what it was, but it was like, oh, what is going on? There's texture in her crotch where there should not be. Yeah. Like she's wearing a leotard and there's texture on her crotch. This should not be happening. No. And then all of a sudden, this bitch launches her fucking diaper, barely misses Janine's head, and lands in the chair behind us. Yeah. And then that diaper stayed there the whole night.
No one touched it? Nice.
And then, yeah, I know. Logically, there's like a melted chocolate bar in there. Yeah. But the longer this adult diaper in this, like, not, like, no lighting area, and it looks like there's shit in it, yeah. Like, I logically know that that's not shit in there. But the other part of me thinking that there's shit in there is wrestling just as hard.
For sure.
So there were 2 matches going on that day. And after a while, I was just like, I feel ill. Can someone please take this diaper away?
That's amazing.
I felt ill.
I thought it would have just been perfect if Joe got nailed by that diaper because that girl's had her share of poo stories. And that would have just been awesome to add to that.
Yeah. That would have been, but also I was sitting beside Joe, so...
Yeah, you'd have to deal with it then.
Yeah, no thank you. I was still just as disturbed.
That's Bad Nanny, for those of you that don't know. She's the one that won the match that I was in.
Oh, I couldn't even have told you.
That's awesome, yeah. Nope. So it was a gauntlet match with 14 competitors. It starts off with 2 people in the ring. Every time someone loses, a new person comes out.
Yes.
Yeah, so... That worked out that so I ended up in that match after my brother. So he went in against Wade and they had their thing and
they sure
killing each other. Yeah, they went pretty hard too.
They did.
And then once my brother beat Wade, which was a feat in itself because he's a monster of a man.
He is, yeah.
I got to come in and smack him around a bit. Yeah. And then I ended up getting the win on my brother and then... Yep. Orange Julius comes down.
Yeah, and then some fucking 12-year-old comes down the gauntlet.
He's 14, all right.
Oh, excuse me, 14.
But he's awesome.
Oh, yeah, no. Yeah. I was just like, that's a child.
Yeah, it was funny. He's the one that mopped me up. He eliminated me, but...
Yeah, and then you didn't win, which was interesting.
I did not win, yeah.
It's like, so you took out your brother who took out that giant guy, but this 14-year-old is going to come in and that's it for you.
That's right. You can't mess with Orange Julius. That kid's a threat. He comes in slow with all this attitude, but he'll get you.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, he's awesome. He goes to the school with us, and he's great. He's a hardworking kid. He loves this shit. He's going to be good someday. He's already good. So
yeah,
as he gets older.
That Best Buy guy, though. Do you know what I mean? The one in the khaki pants. Yeah, he can fuck off.
You don't like that character?
No. I was over it.
He is funny. He
can be, shit. For sure. It wasn't bad, but it got old real quick for me.
Yeah. Well, it was a gimmick on gimmick match. So he's the ShamWow selling guy, right?
Yes, thank you, ShamWow.
And the guy that he was wrestling, he's from the States. He's really popular on Instagram, Facebook, Reels, whatever. So he's a viral sensation. And so it's just he's got this kind of quirky gimmick where he makes all these videos. So it's cool to see them together.
When that was the last match, right?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. The last match was the title match. Daddy Davis.
Yeah.
He won the title that night. And there was 2 titles that night, actually. They crowned their first women's champion, Sydney Wild West, the first ever off the ropes women's champion. And Daddy Davis took it off of Tyler Bateman, who I believe was the first before him. I don't know the full back history, but I think he was the first. So now we're on our second one.
All right.
Yeah, Daddy Davis, the ladies love him with the Full House theme song, right?
Yeah.
Did you catch that?
I did catch that.
Usually he goes on for a while with that, but they went straight to business this time.
I mean, I like that song, so it's all good.
Oh, yeah, the ladies love it. Take a while for that one.
Of course we do. Okay, I do have a question that I thought of that I wanted to ask you.
Yeah.
I was too excited when you came out to hear anything.
Yeah.
What was your theme song?
Your Disease by Saliva.
Okay.
I toyed with a few other ideas, and I will probably still use those other ideas.
Okay.
So there's not a problem, it is what it is. With the match we were in, it's very structured. So you each had so much time. Mm-hmm. Some people had a minute and a half. Some people had 2 minutes. Some people had 2.5 minutes. So that's from bell to bell. So as soon as the last person gets pinned, your time starts. So your theme song comes off of your match time.
Oh, so, okay.
I wanted to pick something that hit kind of right away. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we could get out there and just get at it. Because like the other ones I had in mind, which would have been fun, I still would have rocked it if I'd had a normal match. It just takes a little bit longer to get going. So I didn't want to have that situation. So that's why I went with Your Disease, which we were gonna rig up to come in sooner because there's a bit of a build up. Like there's like a 8 or 9 second build up or whatever it is, and we were gonna cut that out. But through the so when you're setting up for a wrestling show, this shit, I'm going to go off topic for a minute here. Keep me on track, though. I'm going to come back. We didn't have time to cut the song, so it was longer. But the reason why we didn't have time, so we load the ring into a truck the night before, and then we come into the odd at 8 a.m. And we were setting up all day. Because you got to put the stage up, you got to put the ring up, you got to put the guardrails up. And so we had like a 4 p.m. We all had to have our shit together for you had to be there and be ready. Mm-hmm. And then doors open, you got to be at your spot to meet the fans. And then it's a whole fucking thing.
No, honestly, Janine told me about the when you got up, when you left the house.
Yeah.
And then I saw you guys doing stuff afterwards. And I was just like, no, that'd be enough for me to give up on my dream.
Right.
No,
that's how you know these people want, and they do this every single time. This isn't special. Anytime you go see an independent wrestling show, the people you're watching set that whole thing up, and then they take that fucker down. It's a whole thing.
Just the whole day, the whole thing. Yeah. It's all you guys.
Yeah.
Which I don't know that everybody necessarily knows. It's not like you have a band who has a crew.
Yeah, there's no stage crew.
There's no stage crew.
We're the stage crew.
Yeah, you guys do everything. Mm-hmm. And honestly, yeah. And especially when I saw you guys, knowing how early you got up and how long you'd been there and all that you had been doing, when I saw them doing whatever practice-y thing afterwards.
Oh, that was cool. Yeah, I'll explain that.
That could have been as cool as it wants to be. I would have been nope, giving up. I want to go home.
Yeah, it was a late night. And I didn't even stay for the whole thing.
That's insane.
I dipped at 2 a.m. because
that's fucked.
Janine and Joe needed a ride home from the bar, and I was I kind of thought we'd be done around then, but we got sidetracked. And so anyway, the song I chose is because we didn't have time to tell the sound guy to fucking rig it. And anyway, so I ended up getting the full intro, and I fucked up the intro too. I wanted to time it perfectly, and I didn't. I don't know why. I've heard the song a million times. I've in my head knew exactly when to come through. I still fucked up. I don't think anyone knows or even gives a fuck. Another one of those things the shirt up, not on the top ropes. Those are me problems. So no one complains about that shit.
Well, out of all the things that could have gone wrong or whatever,
exactly.
That's you couldn't ask for better.
I was thrilled. If the only problems were that I had problems and it's for stupid shit, I was fucking thrilled with that. I thought my brother did a great job.
Yeah,
well, actually, hold on. Everyone did a great job that day. Every match I watched, everyone killed it. I thought from start to finish, everyone there killed it.
They did a really good job. Yeah.
And I was just, because it was our first time, I thought my brother did a great job. I had a lot of fun out there with him. I thought we did everything we wanted to do and we didn't fuck up.
Yep.
He slipped on the monkey flip because we were sweaty, but didn't affect a thing.
Nope.
We pulled it off. Most people probably have known, right?
Nope.
But it's just those things that when you're in it, you know it. But I think we did a good job. And then my match with the Orange Julius there,
yep,
he did awesome. We did everything. No one got hurt. It was pretty sweet. So everyone did a great job that day. But so the takedown, right? We had a veteran come in, Jay Lethal. Wrestling fans will know that name. If you don't watch wrestling, you don't know him. Doesn't matter. Mm-hmm. He's a veteran. He's been around 20 plus years on TV, getting paid, always had a job at a major promotion.
Yeah.
The guy that was supposed to be in was Rhino, and he last minute got signed by AEW, who Jay Lethal also works for. So when he phoned to let us know that he couldn't make it, he also let us know that AEW is going to be we're going to fix this, right? We took our guy last minute. So AEW arranged a replacement. They got him there and they helped out through all that. So that's how Jay Lethal ended up there.
Okay.
He was not ever billed on the posters or anything because it was a last minute swap.
Right.
And it was really cool of AEW to do that, right? Yeah. Any other promotion can be like, yeah, we got your guy, sorry, like that's business, you know what I mean? But instead they're like, yeah, we stiffed you here, like we got your guy right before a big show. So they helped with the replacement, sent an amazing guy to replace him. Like, he was awesome in the ring. And also he watched everyone's match. He was not like a prima donna. He hung out in the rafters, watched everyone's match, gave tips to anyone that he thought needed tips. One of the girls who it was her first match as well, she uses his finisher. And he found out about that and he said, no problem. That's your move tonight. Because usually in a show like that, you can't use the veterans' moves. If someone else is doing it, sucks to be you. That's their move. Figure it out. He's like, no, it's yours tonight. I won't use it. It's yours, right?
That's cool.
So he watched her match.
That's cool.
He saw what she was doing. And then I guess afterwards, he's like, yeah, you did great. Absolutely. I'm going to stick around after the show and I'm going to teach you how I do that move.
Oh, that's cool.
So that's why we were staying late, because after all the matches, he watched everyone's shit. Like, he was a super nice guy, professional, gave critiques. Like, if you did good, you did bad. Like, he straight across the board. It was fair, honest, super nice guy. And
nice.
Wouldn't have expected that, right? Because like he didn't have to do that. But he showed up, came in, and then he did. That's why we were running later. Like, it was already going to be a late night.
Yeah.
But then we were told, like, near the end, it's like, yeah, Lethal wants to run he wants to teach, what's her name? Violet Overkill. I don't want to use her real name. But yeah, so Violet Overkill, he wants to teach her how to do this move. Okay. So, like, it was funny because I was sitting there talking to all you guys and like the family, and I look over my shoulder, and like there's Jay Lethal in the ring with my brother and Sydney, and like I was like, all right, hold the fuck on. It's like, thanks for coming, guys. I gotta fucking go, because when am I ever gonna be that close to someone who's that good with that much knowledge, who's just giving his advice at like, what is it, 11 o'clock at night in Kitchener? Exactly. You know what I mean? He didn't have to do that. So that's one of those things where it's like deep down you're like, fuck me, I'm gonna be here real late, but when's the next time this is ever gonna happen? So
well, yeah.
Shout out to Jay Lethal for being a complete fucking pro.
Him.
Coming in last minute in AEW.
Being a real bench.
That was really cool, you know?
Yeah.
He didn't have to watch all those matches because like I'm not gonna say names, but there are some other wrestlers on the card that couldn't have given two shits about what everyone else is doing. You know what I mean? There's different levels.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
He was super pro, super honest. He even got a piece of me and Clinton. Like, he pulled us aside and he wanted to know, like, why'd you do this? Why'd you do that? What was the reason for this? And he's like, all right, here's what I'd have done. And like, he just gave us like, here's what I'd have done differently. And like, he said, you did great in the wrestling, but like your choices and the timing. And he's like, here's what I would, and just like little tips. And it's like, not at all offended by that. Like,
no, you're here for it.
It was my first fucking match and I got straight up tips from a vet.
Yeah.
10 minutes later, like,
yeah.
Fuck, that's pretty sweet.
That's so sweet.
Yeah, it was a really cool show.
That's so
like, there
exciting.
was some cool guys there, and everyone did a great job. All the wrestlers were awesome. So
yep.
It was a fucking awesome night.
It was an awesome night.
Yeah.
And I really liked the venue in the way that, like, yes, we all had our assigned seat, but you could like get up and walk around too. I really liked that. Yeah. So like where there was the seating, once it was just chairs and then it was just space because you're on the ice pad, obviously no ice. And you can just like walk around, check out the booths, or if you just need to stretch your legs or if you're wanting to get a drink or whatever. Yeah. I kind of liked the chill vibe and the air out of it, you know?
Yeah.
Because sometimes when you go to places, you're in your seat.
For sure. And like a Blue Jays game, right? Like,
yeah, I don't always love that.
Yeah.
Especially if you're sitting there for a while. I don't like that. I like that you could get up and walk around if you wanted to.
Yeah, it was nice.
Cool. Yeah, it was nice.
Yeah. Looked like a good time for everybody. I mean, I saw it from a different angle behind the curtain, right? But it was still fun.
Oh man, and that night in the van, I don't even know what we were talking about, or what, or how this even came about. But they're like, "Are you ready, Dana?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fucking sauced and glossed because I was putting on my lip gloss.
Hell yeah.
I was like, new catchpease.
Sauced
new
and glossed.
catchphrase.
Ladies
sauced
are coming out. Ladies are going to wrestling.
Yeah.
Here we go.
We're sauced and we're glossed. Pew, pew.
That's awesome.
Hell yeah. And what else was super cool is that I ran into a few people that I haven't seen in years. Like one of them I hadn't seen in like probably 15 years.
Holy fuck.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And so, yeah, there were a lot of people I hadn't seen in a minute, and there were a few people I hadn't seen in decades.
Yeah.
And yeah.
That's awesome.
It was great to see them. Great to catch up, you know. And that's what I liked about the venue is because we were either on the way to drinks or the bathroom, and that's where we ran into each other and chatted. And you could, because there was like space to just hang out and talk too, which was awesome.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that part.
I did think it was a good setup for sure. Yeah. I mean, get a couple more bars.
Mm-hmm.
And like I brought that. I brought that up. I brought all the gripes up because it's whatever, right? Because they want to hear some feedback. And
well, and more non-beer options that don't all suck.
Different boozes. But the thing is, it wasn't even the odds people that were running the food in the bar.
Booth.
It was someone else hired in. So it was like a third party thing. And like someone didn't check their email or didn't get the memo that there's going to be about 700 plus wrestling fans. Like, hello.
Yeah.
So next year, I think that'll be addressed. Actually, shout out. There is a next year. They're doing it again next year. So same weekend. I think I don't want to say the date. It's probably wrong. Maybe the 23rd. But yeah, they're going to do it again.
Weekend after the long weekend.
Right. They're going to do it again. And it's booked. It's going to probably be bigger because now that this was their first one, right? So now they've learned a lot.
And it was a big success.
And a big success. So who knows who's going to show up next year. Definitely put that on your calendars next year because it is a good time. Like, I think everyone I've talked to had a was a good time. Janine said she wants to go back and do it again.
Yeah.
This chick doesn't like wrestling.
Well, you know? Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I needed a hype up going into it. And by the time we left, it was great. It sucked I wasn't able to go out with Joe and Janine afterwards, but had a great time.
Yeah. Well, hey, you probably got better sleep than I did.
I for sure did.
Fucking ladies kept me up till the sun came up, for fuck's sakes. We came home and didn't stop. And I was I was almost up for like 24 hours that day. And then I had to get up the next day we had to go to didn't have to, I was going. The Ethel's after party was the next day. So like, fuck, dragged me in there. I'm like, get me a fucking rum and coke. I need some sort of caffeine.
I am feeling, the older I get, the more full Murtaugh I go. Like, I'm getting you heard me coming in the driveway. Like, I am too old for this shit. I'm getting too old for this shit. Before you scared the shit out of me.
That was a fucking, I did scare the shit out of you. That was a fucking weekend though. Friday night, loading up the truck. We got done pretty early in that, so we got lucky there. But
that's good.
Fucking bright and early Saturday, all the way till bright and early Sunday until I got to bed. Then got to the bar. And then it was AEW pay-per-view on Sunday night, so you gotta watch that. So of
course.
Fucking sent it that night too. Holy fuck.
Full send.
Only to wake up on Monday and like mow the fucking lawn was the best I could do.
Getting too old for this shit.
Yeah, I mean,
you're not, but
got tossed around. Actually, you know what? I felt pretty good after that. I've heard that from other like wrestlers. They always say the training's the worst part.
Okay.
Because if you think about it, like we go to training for like 2 hours a night and just get the shit kicked out of us sometimes. Like, sometimes it's fun, flippy tricks. Yeah. And sometimes it's maybe, oh,
that hurt.
Maybe the trainer's grumpy and he just wants to see you get fucking shit panned the whole fucking time. Like, there's one drill that happened like not too long ago. I'm sure he'll bring it up now that I'm bringing it up. He was like, stand you in the middle of the ring and 4 guys on the outside, 1 extra guy on the outside. And he'll just start hollering names and they come running at you and they shoulder tackle you and you have to go down, get back up. And as soon as you get back up, someone else is coming to blast you. And then to make things crazy, the guy on the outside will sometimes be called in and he'll jump over the ropes and fucking blast you. So the game is you just keep getting blasted until you can't get up anymore. So there's nights like that. And then there's like the nights where you just do cute moves. But like, the 2 or 3 minutes in the ring was like cake. Because that's a warm up essentially, right? Like, So that was nice, but I'm sure the next one's going to hurt more now that I've talked all this shit. So
yeah,
I probably just dug my own grave. So
who knows?
Is what it is. No,
who knows?
I'm sure it's coming.
Yeah, with track records like ours.
Yeah, you talking enough shit, someone's going to make sure that the next match hurts a bit more.
Not a lot of guarantees in this world, but...
That's okay. It's Ethel's. They can light me up at Ethel's. I'm here for it. All my friends will be drunk as fuck, having a good time. So if I walk out of there a little stiff or whatever.
Well, if I'm around, hopefully I am one of those drunk people at Ethel's.
There you go. Yeah, so Slam-Demonium. Great success. You can catch us.
Great success.
Great success. You can catch Off the Rope Studio next year at the Odd. Hopefully I'm there. Who knows, right? It's a year from now.
Well, hopefully you are too.
Yeah, hopefully they aren't over me yet. And I'm at the next one because I had a lot of fun at this one. So
yeah, you did.
It's just one of those things.
It was a good time.
I just thought, take it all in. This may not ever happen again. So I just lived in the moment. And now we're on to the next moment.
Yeah.
June 21st. Come see me get the shit kicked out of me in the hot, hot sun.
Been there, did that, got the shirt.
Hell yeah. All right. Yeah. Anything else you want to ask me? Anything else we need to cover?
I think that's it. You know me, I'll probably think of a whole bunch of stuff later on.
As soon as we stop recording, that's fine.
Exactly.
That's fine. Well, hey, I hope some of you that are listening were there. I hope everyone had a good time. I've heard nothing but good things. I mean, I had a great time. Yeah, thanks for coming out. Thanks for supporting me if you came out. That was awesome. Or not just me. Thanks for supporting all of the people I wrestle with. It's a whole family.
It is.
We all work together. Everyone's there training all the time. They're all busting their ass, getting injured for fun. And then we set up the ring and all that shit. It's a whole thing. So they all appreciate you coming out. And every time you come to a wrestling show, show your support. They're out there busting their ass for fun.
Well, at the end of the thing, the husband and wife team that own Off the Ropes, if I have that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, they're not married, but the couple.
The couple duo, the partners and their son.
Yes.
Okay. That small man they had with them as well.
Yeah.
In case I got it wrong.
That's Jeff, Vanessa, and I won't say the kid's name because kids,
Yeah.
But,
all good. Yeah.
Yes.
No. But no, like they got up there and they both spoke and it was really sweet. So like you're not kidding. Like it is like a family thing.
Yep.
It is.
It is. It's family owned and it's everyone works together. They all travel together. They all go all over the fucking place. Like every weekend. Someone in that crew is going fucking somewhere. Oh my God. It's wild.
Also, speaking of family, collectively, Joe, Janine, and I thought it was the absolute cutest, heartwarming thing when you got out of the ring and you hugged your mom.
Huh.
Yeah, you did.
That wasn't supposed to happen, but it happened.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That was so sweet. So cute.
At the end, after the championship celebration.
After that.
Yeah.
That was so cute. We all clocked that. And oh, my God.
Nice.
That's so sweet.
Yeah, Mom was at ringside there. Mom and Grandma. The whole fam jam.
Yeah.
They're all real close.
Yeah, they were.
But I'm not going to lie. While I was doing all that shit, I had no idea where anyone was. Except for at one time, because I did.
That's probably better.
A little promo in front of my mom earlier, so I knew where she was, but I had no idea where you were. I had no idea where most people were. And then what surprised me was when you're in the ring getting thrown around, shit, you know where you are in like the box.
Yeah.
But like, I didn't, like there's one point I got up from a move and I thought I was facing one way and I was looking at the other side of the building. You know what I mean? Because it's just so fucking wild. So.
Well, and like for me, I would like that better. Like, I don't want to see people I know because then that would take me out of what I'm doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's me.
As soon as I got through that curtain, it was just tunnel vision. I didn't hear shit, didn't see how many people were there. I caught the odd high five coming through the fucking rails.
You did.
But other than that, I had no idea what the fuck was going on. I couldn't hear or see anything. I was just like, I gotta fuck my brother up right now.
Yeah.
Not take my shirt off.
Yeah. With my shirt on.
We'll see if this is a thing. Maybe next time you see me, I'll keep the shirt on, take it off. Who knows?
Who knows?
Who fucking knows?
Maybe crop it up.
Crop it. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because when wrestlers do keep their shirts on, usually there's no sleeves and it's cropped.
Yeah, in your generation that you watched. Yeah.
Why you gotta say it like that? Why you gotta say it like that?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Stone Cold had a vest.
Yeah, he did.
Well, John Cena had like 2 shirts that did not fit him at all in the beginning.
That guy, John Cena, he's all over the place.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, that's that. That's Slam-Demonium talk.
If any of our listeners have any questions for Nathan about wrestling,
hit me up on the old Dr. West Studios. I can't tell you everything. Can't share all the secrets, but yeah.
If you have any questions, or if you want information for the next event at Ethel's,
I'll tell you where we're going, where you can find us, and all the things coming up.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah. Actually, one of the things I think is pretty
tans.
Funny. You want to know where to get a spray tan? I can send you down to Fabutan on Highland Road. They'll get you in that car wash. You'll be bronzed in no time.
Yeah.
Sticky.
Or my girl Allie out in Elora. I'm so sorry. I forget what your salon's name is, but she does do spray tans as well.
Yeah, there you go, Allie.
Yeah. She's on my ball team.
The other quick thing I want to say before I finish, speaking about like not saying too much, Janine says to me the other day, she's like, so for the next event, can you not tell me what happens again? She's like, it was so much fun not knowing what's going to happen, because that's been my thing. I don't tell anyone shit.
Yeah.
Like, I know what's going on, but I'm not going to spill that because it's fucking part of the show. Why do you want to come to the show and fucking know what's going to happen?
It's like knowing all the magician's tricks before he gets on stage.
I'm not about that. Even the guys at the school are like, what? You haven't told anyone anything? It's like, fuck no.
No.
Fucking kayfabe, brother. That's what they call that, kayfabe. That's the fake part of wrestling.
No, I fucking love the surprise. I love surprises like that.
Yeah.
No, I'm forever like, don't tell me.
Yeah,
even as a kid at Christmas, you know, your parents are hiding the gifts. I'm like, okay, where did you hide them? And they'll tell me, because I so much so don't want to see them. Like, I'm asking for the opposite way so that I don't see them. Yeah. Okay, where am I not supposed to go in this house?
Yeah.
And I won't. I love surprises.
Exactly. No spoilers.
No spoilers.
You won't find those at Dr. West Studios and the NDK podcast. Just basic facts.
Yeah. Spitting truths. Anyway,
we've been on this one for a while.
Been. Yeah.
Hey, it was a good time. I'm glad Dana had a good time. Everyone I talked to had a good time. They are doing it again. Whether or not I'm there or not, I recommend you guys go check it out. It's going to be a good show.
Yeah.
Fuck, first one was fun. It's only going to be better.
You might get a diaper in the face. Oh my God. And then I thought of like the phrase of garbage blows in my face. I was like, that'll be changed. If Janine gets that, it'll be changed forever to sometimes diapers blow in my face.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's actually, I'm a little bummed that neither of you caught that, but
I'm not.
It's all right.
Does it help you at all to know how ill I felt having it just sit there the whole time?
It's hilarious.
I did. Honestly, you can see it in my face now. If we keep talking about it, I'll start to feel ill.
I was even talking shit with her on Instagram leading up to the match and some of my posts, and she has a wooden spoon too. And I said, if you come anywhere near me with that wooden spoon, you've got another thing coming. And then she responds back. She's like, it's not the spoon you need to worry about.
Yeah, exactly. And then she got back at you by hurling her dirty diaper at your wife.
Exactly. That's what I get for running my mouth on the internet with bad nanny.
Yeah, your mouth is writing checks. Janine's head is almost cashing.
I'm going to keep writing those checks.
Yeah, you are. Anyway, before we get to the full hour, we should wrap it up.
Let's wrap it up. All right. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. It was fun. We had a good time talking about a good weekend.
Yeah. Hit us up on all the socials, like and follow and subscribe.
Fuck yeah.
Hit the music.
Hit the music.